Have you ever found yourself with your Filipina partner thinking, is this normal? Like when a few raindrops suddenly turn into a national emergency? Or when every suggestion you make is met with a polite but puzzling, up to you? And let's not even get started on the mysterious nicknames, or why leaving a single bite of food can spark a guilt trip. If you've ever scratched your head trying to figure out what's really going on, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm breaking down a few questions foreigners often have when dating Filipinas. And stick around till the end, because yes, we're getting into that spicy topic too. Let's dive in. If you've ever dated a Filipina, chances are you've experienced this. It's a beautiful day, you're close to your grab, and then out of nowhere it starts to drizzle. Just a few drops, no downpour. And suddenly, the emergency umbrella appears, and there's a rush for cover like a full-blown typhoon has hit. For most Filipinas, walking through even the slightest sprinkle is a complete no-go. It's not just about not wanting to get wet. It's an art form of avoiding any drop of rain. Why? Well, it actually stems from a deeply rooted cultural belief in the Philippines. There's a widespread idea that getting wet from rain, especially on your head, can directly lead to getting sick. Colds, coughs, fever, you name it. It's tied to traditional concepts of hot and cold balance in the body, where a sudden shift in temperature from the tropical warmth to cool rain is believed to disrupt your system. Plus, historically, without modern medicine, people observed that illnesses increased during the rainy season, so the direct link to getting wet became a strong cultural warning passed down through generations. So, next time you see it, open that umbrella quickly or get your loved one to shelter. Fast. All right, let's tackle a question many of you have probably mumbled under your breath. My Filipina does not give any suggestions, says it is up to you all the time. You suggest Italian, she says. Okay. You suggest a movie, she says. Okay. You're left wondering if she secretly has a strong opinion she's not sharing, or if she genuinely just wants you to make all the decisions for the rest of eternity. It's like navigating a culinary minefield blindfolded, hoping you don't accidentally pick the one thing that will lead to a silent but noticeable disapproval. Why is that? Does she not have any opinion? No, not at all. For many Filipinas, this behavior often stems from a genuine form of deference and politeness, especially in dating where showing respect for your partner's lead is highly valued. It can also be a subtle way to gauge your preferences and decision-making style. Beyond that, there's a strong cultural emphasis on maintaining harmony and avoiding awkwardness. Expressing a strong preference directly might be seen as imposing or potentially causing discomfort if her choice clashes with yours. So, while it can be baffling, understand that it's usually coming from a place of consideration, respect, and a desire for smooth interactions rather than a lack of opinion. Now, if you're not just in the dating phase and have been married for years, and it's still happening, don't be afraid to gently bring it up if it bothers you. Who knows, you might discover that she started doing it and then continued to keep you happy, thinking you enjoy being in the lead. Just be careful what you wish for when she finally takes your word for it. You might end up singing karaoke and eating rice every single day instead of hitting up your favorite burger joint. Listen, when your gut tells you something's not right, it probably isn't. Trust your instincts. They're like your relationship's early warning system. Basically the smoke alarm for your love life, minus the annoying beeping. There can be dozens of reasons why something feels off. Maybe she's stressed, distracted, overwhelmed, or just having a weird week. How you respond really depends on the kind of relationship you have. If you're married or living together, the best approach is usually patience. Give it a day or two. Often it's not even about you. Maybe she's dealing with work stuff, family drama, or hormonal chaos. In most cases, things naturally go back to normal. If you're in a long-distance relationship and she's suddenly different, fewer messages, canceled calls, slower replies, or she just feels emotionally distant, That's a red flag worth paying attention to. Still, don't jump to conclusions. Start by doing nothing. Give it a few days. Sometimes life gets hectic. But if nothing improves, try this. Mirror her behavior. Text her less. Be a bit less available. Pull back just enough to see if she notices. If she asks what's wrong, that's a sign she cares. But if she doesn't react at all, chances are her heart's already moved on, and she just didn't know how to say it. Don't waste weeks chasing clarity from someone who's already emotionally checked out. Relationships are a two-player game. If you're the only one showing up, you're not in a relationship. You're in a waiting room. All right, here's a question for anyone who's ever met a Filipina and then her family. You meet her and her name is Maria. Then you meet her family and suddenly everyone's calling her Bing Bing or Cha Cha. You are thinking, what? Did I get her name wrong? Is this a secret code? So why are nicknames so popular in the Philippines? Even nicknames that have nothing to do with their actual name. Shortening Christine to Chris is common everywhere, sure. But how does someone named Angelica end up being called Inday, or a Richard become Boy Pogi? Often, many nicknames are rooted in family traditions, childhood quirks, or even a funny story from when the person was little. They're often given at birth or in early childhood and stick for life, sometimes even becoming their official known name to everyone. Sometimes nicknames are absolutely essential for sheer survival. It's not uncommon that you have 5 Marias in one extended family alone. So one Maria might be Mimi, another Mia, but then it can also be something completely random like Chuchay or even Beng Beng. It's all about quickly telling them apart. So, nicknames are a huge part of Filipino culture. They're a fantastic combination of simplicity, shortening, easier identification, as well as personal stories, deep family traditions, and a whole lot of creativity. All right, so you've just eaten your fill, you're satisfied, and maybe there's just a little bit of food left on your plate. You're thinking, great, I'm done. But then you notice your Filipina partner giving you that look. Maybe she gently pushes the plate back, or she subtly raises an eyebrow. Or worse, she starts telling you stories about how she never wasted food growing up. It's like you've just committed a culinary crime, and all you wanted was to leave a few last grains of rice. You can practically hear her internal monologue screaming, "Finish your food, you heathen!" So why does she get annoyed when you don't finish your meal? This strong reaction to unfinished food comes from a deeply ingrained place of respect and gratitude, rooted in Filipino culture and historical experiences. Many Filipinos grew up in households or communities where food was a precious resource, and nothing was taken for granted. Wasting food can be seen as disrespectful to the effort put into preparing it, to the person who provided it, and even to the food itself. It's also linked to the value of resourcefulness and practicality. Every grain of rice, every piece of meat represents sustenance and hard work. This mindset isn't about being stingy. It's about appreciation and a communal understanding that food should be consumed responsibly. So, next time you see that look, understand it's a testament to a beautiful cultural value of appreciation and avoiding waste. And maybe just try to finish those last few bites, even if you regret later feeling stuffed. I get where this question is coming from. The Philippines is a pretty conservative and deeply religious country, so it's natural to wonder whether things in the bedroom might be, well, a little too PG. Maybe you're imagining a romantic night ending with a polite handshake and a prayer. But here's the truth. Just because the culture leans traditional doesn't mean every Filipina brings that same energy to the bedroom. In fact, many Filipinas who are open to dating foreigners are also open to new experiences. Now, don't expect 50 Shades of Palawan on the first night. She might not have a long repertoire, which honestly isn't a bad thing. If she did, you might find yourself wondering where she learned all that. But if there's curiosity, chemistry, and trust, you'll probably find she's more adventurous than you expected. Don't be shy about discussing intimacy. Just make sure it's respectful and at the right time. Open, honest communication can actually bring you closer. Just maybe save the details for when you're not in a jeepney, squished between her kuya and 8 cousins who all speak fluent gossip. Got something to add or a question that wasn't covered in this video? Drop it in the comments. I read them all and might answer yours in a future FAQ episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content about life and dating in the Philippines. And if this topic caught your interest, you'll definitely want to check out this one. 10 Things That Drive Filipinas Wild. See you in the next one. Bye for now.